Alright guys, so today you guessed it, that's right, we're talking about Venom. Venom! Right? And I was a big fan of this movie. You know, it was really good to see Tom Hardy getting his own superhero tentpole. You know, I'm still hoping, fingers crossed, that our boy there gets into James Bond 007. I like that he's taken over Mad Max. Big things are happening for this guy. So let's keep that train rolling. Now, talking about Venom and Eddie Brock, the first time we saw these guys was in Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 3. And for what it's worth, I thought Topher Grace did a pretty damn good job. You know, he definitely didn't get the amount of screen time he should have had. But then again, they had a lot of story and only one movie. So, Sam Raimi, you did a great job. Topher Grace, big fan of your work. I like that you went against type. You know, you're not just a boy next door. You're a shady reporter who's got revenge on the mind, right? And your Turning Predators was great as a serial killer. I'd love to see you in more stuff like that. Anyhow, back to Tom Hardy. So, there was huge fan speculation that the ending of the movie Life, I won't give it away what happens, but the ending of that movie was the origin to this one, right? Explained how the symbiote got to Earth. That would have been super cool. However, that's not what happened, all right? That's okay. This is its own thing. It's really good. You know, but anyhow, let's talk about it, right? So this time we see Eddie Brock. He's in California, right? He's still, you know, he's a hard-boiled journalist. You know, he's got his fiance Anne, and things are looking pretty good. It's a lot better for him than in Raimi's version, right? So anyhow, Ruben Fleischer, really good director. He's done a lot of comedies, right, or action comedies. Big fan of Gangster Squad. Of course, Zombieland's a classic, but Gangster Squad, I think, is my favorite. My old college professor, her brother actually wrote the novel Gangster Squad, which then went to become the movie. So, pretty cool trivia fact for you. And for me, I enjoyed her class a lot more when she told us that. But anyway, Ruben Fleischer, you know, he definitely incorporates, I think, the right amount of humor, right? But he's also okay with getting dark, you know, and showing, you know, Eddie down on his luck, you know, like down on his luck, where he has nobody, no one will touch him for work, and his love life is gone. And I think, you know, that whole idea of lost people can connect with, right? They like an underdog, seeing someone stripped of things and then slowly working their way back up. And that's absolutely what Venom is. It's an underdog story underneath all that symbiotic darkness, right? He's just misunderstood. He's looking for love. So, bringing that kind of into this is very good. Tom Hardy in everything, but in this, you know, very much commands the scene. You know, the man can be anything. Can be humorous, can be serious, can be menacing, right? And he portrays that very well. Now, a really, really good actor I want to talk about in this is Riz Ahmed. And I don't think his Carlton Drake necessarily gets the time he should have on screen, especially when, you know, this is a spoiler, I hope you've seen it, but he gets his own symbiote, right? So that, you know, attaches itself to him. I don't really think there was a lot of time for that character development to grow. And I think that would have made the movie just a tiny bit better, seeing his own experiences like we see Eddie in Venom Bond. But Riz Ahmed, fantastic, fantastic. Think of like evil young Elon Musk, and that is what you get, right? Also, Jenny Slate was really good in this. You know, her role was a little smaller, but it's nice to see her do more things. She's great and gifted. But anyhow, the movie plays out very, very well, right? You know, it has its highs and its lows. I think the low, although, you know, it's nitpicky, but some of the special effects, right, during this one fight scene when Anne follows Venom to, like, where Eddie's old work was, right? So at, like, this newspaper agency, they're in the building, and Anne follows him. She comes in, and then she's like, Eddie! And then, like, you know, the Venom symbiote reveals Eddie's face. And then Tom Hardy, you know, is a pretty jacked dude, but he's not, like, 9 feet tall. Like, Venom is, like, 9 feet tall. Like, he added inches to him. And, you know, I'm not saying Eddie, he didn't look intimidating because, you know, Tom Hardy whooped my ass in a fight. But it just looked weird. just looked weird, you know. Other than that, no real complaints. As far as like the special effects went, well, that might be a lie. There's a fight scene between two symbiotes. Right now, Venom is black, right? He's a black symbiote. But this other one, it's not so much black, but it's like right between like black and gray. I don't know what that color is. But they're filming at night, so it's not always easy to see who is who all the time, you know. And that, I think that fight sequence could have been just a little bit more. But I really like the direction that they're going in it with this. You know, it tells a good story. It's a good first chapter, right? Like, okay, this is Eddie Brock in Venom now, right? Like, he's no longer alone. He has somebody who believes in him or is just as much an underdog as he is. But together, separately, they're nothing, but together they are something, right? So as much as he might want to think he's not a hero, he is actually a hero. Like, he's a renegade journalist who plays by his own rules, but he's doing that to help the people, you know, which is kind of like him as a superhero, right? He's breaking the rules, breaking the laws to save the day. And in most cases, I think all superheroes break the rules and the laws to save the day. Like, how many unmentioned deaths are in the Marvel Cinematic Universe or the DC, you know, universe, right? Like, there are no repercussions. You can't necessarily label them a menace when, like, they save you. Sure, they might look spooky, but, like, you know, they even hated Superman when he first touched down. You know, so I see they're going for, like, you know, the vigilante kind of style, but, you know, he definitely doesn't strike me much, you know, as a bad guy, you know, which is cool. I think it'd be a little cooler to see Venom eat some more people, but, you know, I highly recommend this movie. It has a lot of humor, has a lot of action in it. Venom's really freaking cool. Like, it's really nice to see them get that character down, and I sincerely look forward to seeing what they come up with next. Tom Hardy, you're doing great. I look forward to seeing this be a really successful trilogy and what crossover possibilities it happens. So I would give this movie a 5 out of 5, and I hope you check it out if you haven't already, and stay tuned for more videos. Thank you for checking in.